So the power of your voice, it's important, man. Okay, think about it. You use air and move your lips to make words, and they have meaning. They mean something, okay? You can use your voice to hurt somebody's feelings, make somebody feel bad or uncomfortable, or you can use your voice to lift people up, right? Now, depending on what kind of person you are, you're welcome to make whatever choice you would like to share your voice however you think effective for you, okay? But what I want to talk today about is KIAI, okay? So KIAI means spirit and harmony, okay? Now, think about that. Anybody who trains martial arts knows what your martial arts spirit is, right? Okay, it's that fight you have, that willingness to not give up, right? That martial arts spirit, man. If you're down and you're almost out, you got to call on that martial arts spirit. You got to call on the martial arts gods to pick yourself up, right? So think about KIAI as in using that in your body to release more energy. Now, you can KIAI to get hit, and you can KIAI to hit, okay? And if you guys watch tennis, specifically women's tennis, right, those ladies give those loud, they're KIAIing, right? And they're getting a lot more heat on the ball, right? So what I want to share with you is how I think about KIAI and how I use KIAI. Now, people do all different kinds of sounds, okay? You got to find the sound that works good for you. And it should come from your spirit, right? You're not going to do the sound I do. Maybe it's similar. But you got to find the KIAI that works for you, okay? How I teach people at first is I tell them to try to find that air in the center of their belly, low in their belly. And you want to try to release that out first without your strike, just to kind of get it down, and then with your strike. And also, again, you can KIAI getting hit more. I do it more when I strike, okay? You can't do it every time, although you can. Some fighters do, but that's not how I like to do it. I like to, every once in a while, throw a good KIAI in there, okay? So first, you got to find the sound that feels good for you. Now, it can be whatever sound. Just let whatever come out. And generally, I tell people, try to find a low sound, just to start. We all have different voice range, vocal ranges. So as you get it down, coming from the belly, you'll find that natural sound and that natural tone that works for you. But people that are just learning, I tell them to try to find a low sound, okay? So when I think about it like this, this is one point where I'm teaching KIAI. I'll have people get a little bit more traditional, right? So you find that awesome horse stance, okay? Okay. And then your hands are up. You're going to take good deep breaths. Fill your belly full of air, and when it feels good, Now, yeah, that looks kind of silly, right? And this is one thing that I notice people that like a little bit insecure about themselves, don't want to look stupid. Look, if you don't want to look stupid while you're training, sorry, because you're going to look like a jackass sometimes, right? I tell you about the time I was teaching a class and I fell on my... Anyways, so now when you do this, you're thinking about putting it into your technique, okay? Same thing you were just doing here in your horse stance that my teacher made me hold forever when I was getting my black belt. Oh, gosh. You want to do here. Now, you don't have to do it every time, although people do. You want to think about, you want to match your breath. So when you're throwing your strikes, right, you know, generally, we want to breathe out with our strikes. Now, not all the time. Not everybody does that. And you shouldn't do that every strike. You should have control over your breath. But here, when we're KIAing, I'm going to match that breath out. Okay? And, dude, I'm sure there's all kinds of sciencey stuff behind it, but you get a little bit more oomph. Okay? And that's the idea here. Let me do a couple examples of my roundhouse kick without a KIAI. Okay? Okay. Now watch with KIAI. Whoosh! 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 Right? You can obviously see which one's better, right? Yeah. So, thanks for the question. KIAI, man, it's an important part of training. Not everybody uses it, but, you know, give it a try. See if it works for you, okay?